Hello, and welcome back to our U.S. Navy 1890 campaign, Waves of Steel. In the last episode, we had a little bit of fighting, but nothing super big to speak of. We had a little bit of a skirmish up near Iceland, but never actually got to grips with the enemy, which was disappointing. So, yeah, I guess we'll just start pressing buttons. So let's save the game. We have a little battle here in support of the combat off of Vietnam, or I guess in this area it's called Indochina. We have one light cruiser available to us for whatever reason, but we'll probably just try to run away unless like it seems really advantageous not to do so. Yeah, let's just get out of there. One little cruiser by himself isn't going to do very much. We'll go 25. Head back to Singapore. There we go. What did they have? They had a Corvette. Okay, whatever. I'm not chasing down a Corvette. Not just one. There was a couple of Corvettes that chased him down, but all right, we finished reconstruction on some battle cruisers. Let's not let them get off lightly. Keep on fighting. No. Lame. All right, well, what can we steal from them? We don't really want anything from Russia. We could take. Finland has oil. We could take that. Well, that's the Baltic. I really don't want to. I kind of don't want to put a fleet into the Baltic. Not yet. We could start operating in the Mediterranean. Let's see here. Let's take away a little bit of France's ability to give us trouble in the Caribbean. In fact, we're going to leave them Haiti so that they have an outpost there and they might feel obligated to defend it. I'm a little bit tempted to take something in the Mediterranean, but I think for now we'll take West Africa, which gets us closer to Europe without actually being like in the middle of the Mediterranean with all those crazy things that happen in there. And we've never really had a battle off of West Africa that I can remember. We could take the Indian Ocean. Nah. We take one more base in the South Pacific. We could kick Russia out of the North Pacific entirely. Let's do another base in the South Pacific to go with Samoa. We'll build those up over time. And we'll take Kamchatka. Nah. Yeah, we'll take Kamchatka. That kicks Russia out of the North Pacific, so they won't have any bases there. All right, and then it leaves us 2 extra points that hopefully will go to reparations. And then Germany takes Haiti. Okay, well that's fine. Oh boy, our budget just took a dump. Okay, well, how can we fix this budget? The Hurons are foreign station ships, so we don't have to scrap those. Just looking at some old stuff that we might be able to scrap. Not a whole lot available, honestly. Not really. Not a whole lot available for scrapping. We're gonna get some money back when the Ranger finishes up, but not very much. We need a budget event pretty quick. Tell you what we can do. We can bring the West Virginia's. Nah, we're gonna leave them in Northern Europe. That is our Northern Europe squadron. I was gonna say we could bring them home to save on maintenance, but it probably not. It's probably not that much. Wouldn't make that big of a deal. The Flints. We can mothball well. The maintenance on those isn't very high either. What the heck are we spending money on right now? All right, let's take a look at our air groups real quick. So Panama, I don't think we need. So I'm gonna disband these and put them back into the pool because we have nowhere we want to put them right now. So just having naval patrol craft seems like it's fine. That should be enough. Like just having the naval patrol craft, and then we probably gained some. Let's see here. Yeah, we gained. Oh boy, when you zoom in, it kind of takes a chunk out of your FPS a little bit when you're trying to move around. There we go. We gained an air base. We gained two air bases in West Africa, Angola, and what is that? Senegal. So we're just going to scrap those. There it is, that one. So we're going to scrap those. We're not saving very much money. The air base themselves um, cost almost nothing, but not having aircraft there will help us out a little bit. We're going to get rid of Kamchatka as well. Let's scrap it. Then we gained air bases in the South Pacific. I kind of want to keep that one. Yeah, I want to keep that one. I think we will actually station actual aircraft there. So that's Luganville or whatever it is. We're going to get rid of disband, disband. We're just keeping patrol craft. We're keeping the ones at Pearl Harbor. And then we will add some patrol craft here. But we only want about 5 of those. Halifax. Let's get rid of the torpedo bombers and the dive bombers, keeping the medium bombers and a few fighters. Shanghai, we're going to hang on to that because that's sort of in the middle of everywhere over there. Singapore, we're going to get rid of the torpedo bombers there. And that's in Iceland, I believe. So that has not been doing very well for us. So we're going to change these over to medium bombers. And like nothing's been happening here. So we're going to change these over to medium bombers. So hopefully they'll have a little bit more range and can reach out and help us out a little bit. Miami, we're kind of getting control of the Caribbean now. So we're going to disband, disband, and disband. And we'll keep our naval patrol craft because all we need to do is be able to spot the enemy and we'll be fine. Okay, well that saved us like less than 1,000, but let's press the button and see what happens here. We really need a budget event. Yeah, we are in some trouble here. So let's halt construction on all this stuff. That helps. Okay, okay. All right. Not horrible. So let's resume construction on a couple of these. There we go. All right, that at least we have a solution. Like we can fix this. Uh, no, we're not putting a below average guy in charge of an actual command post. So we'll lose a prestige. Tensions rise. That's good. We need to get tensions up. We need to get some money rolling in here. And the tensions are going to just keep going there like that. They're going to keep going down and down and down. All right. That is always like the downer of a war is let's increase our crew quality at the cost of prestige. I'm not so much of an old dog that I can't learn a new trick. So here's our new fighter aircraft. We get a decent amount of speed, actually a pretty good amount of speed, some good range, but the stats change. So I like this one. We lose 1 point of maneuverability, but we gain 2 firepower. We gain about 30 miles of range at max, and we gain like 30, almost 30 miles an hour of speed. The Curtis, we will take that. And we're just gonna roll through here for a few months, maybe a year or so, and hope that we get some kind of event. Didn't really get much use out of our Rangers. Like we had them hyped up so much, but we're gonna move them back home. But we were just too good at blockading. Couldn't find anything to kill. All right. Finishing the base expansion in Samoa. That's pretty good. Britain's going up. Oh, that's what was I going to do just now? Oh, submarines. So we're going to get rid of all these that are 82. It's not a lot. We're not getting a lot of money out of this, but they're just a liability. Like that we know that even like stuff that's like 100 reliability isn't even that great. Oh, nice. Dual purpose 6-inch guns. Okay. Did we assign anyone to the West Africa post? There we go. He's average. And then this guy here, North American. Oh boy, he is below average, but he's well connected. Nah, we'll wait. Maybe he'll get into a horrific accident or something, or maybe we'll get the chance to send him off to another post. Austrian government selling us 5-inch guns, quality 1. We will take that because we do use 5-inch guns. And we are slowly running out of money, but it's going to get that's going to stabilize a little bit here in the next couple of months. Okay. So what was our total here in the South Pacific? Was it 50? Yeah, that's what it said. Okay. So it's not that much, but it's enough to station like a cruiser force down there if we need to. Japan and Italy are friends now, and now we have the full axis now. We'll build 16 submarines. We'll build new ones. I'm not a big fan of doing that right now, but this stuff will be finished here in a minute. So we will build 16, so we can build 12 at a time. There we go. We just need to get our budget up. Submarines are a fairly cheap way to do it. If they're going to make you build anything, it's better submarines than anything else. And these will be quality 97. So that is a big leap from like 82, whatever it was. So won't be too shabby having those on hand. That's actually getting close to being effective. All right, we're gonna go for double prestige, double tension, and a tick of budget here because tension will keep going down in the wake of the war. Yep, right there decreases because of the last war. But we just need the money, and we will resume construction on these Tacomas. So these are going to go into how many my building I have. Um, okay, so these ones, the Chicago's, we're going to move. Oh boy, we have a lot of light cruisers. The Columbia's 1909. All right. Yeah, I think it's time for the Columbias to go. Like they're still speedy. They're 31 knots. Eh, I'm actually going to hang on to those. All right. Let's build a couple new cruiser divisions. I am living in the era, or I'm still living in the mindset, I guess, of, slash and burn when it comes to the budget stuff. Three, four. We're going to do one more. We'll put the Columbias into that one. There we go. Then these old Flint class they're not super old, but they're kind of old. We're going to put those into the upper divisions, like 9 and lower. There we go. So we have 7, 8, 9 for the Flints. Those should be escorting around some of our carrier groups. Yeah, that'll escort several of our carriers around. And then these Olympias, we're going to do at least one group into what is it? Light Cruiser Division 6. There we go. So that gets all of our carriers covered. And then we need to shift the Chicago's, up to Division like 4, and that'll free up room for the Tacomas. There we go. And then these Olympias need a rebuild, but it's not something we can work on right now. We need some money. We're poor. We're po. Very po. Okay. Tensions are going down because of the recent war. We're not going to be able to keep the tension up here unless we get some more of these like really big tension events. Okay, France and Russia. Ooh, increased max carrier size. That might get us up to 35,000 or whatever tonnage it is that supports jets. Let's take a look at our new fighter, the Curtis Sentinel. How much of an improvement is it over the old one? Yeah, that still won't tell us the reliability. Okay, that was the main thing I wanted to look at, but doesn't tell us yet. Let's denounce Britain. We want the tension most of all, but we can. Well, we want both, but we do want tension, and we might get some budget. So 726. Nope, no budget. And our shipyards are yelling at us a little bit here, seeing as how we're not building a lot of new ships at the moment. That is the problem of having a big old shipyard. Let's see here. Let's unfreeze one of these. It'd be nice to be able to cash in some of this prestige for budget somehow. Hey, Spain's going up. They think we're expansionist. Are we expansionist? I don't know. Well, we took a budget hit. We gained a industry bonus, so I don't know how it'll even out or not. Kind of lame. Here is the British light cruiser, the Dublin. Pretty standard light cruiser. It's only got 2 inches of armor, so it can't take hits really. 9 6-inch guns. It's got some dual purpose secondaries, and it's 32 knots. So it's just like your standard kind of workhorse type light cruiser. Okay. We just need some of this stuff to finish constructing, please. Japan wants to sell, we want to sell them armor development. We're going to do it this time because we are allied with them at the moment. And Japan probably won't be that much of a threat, I say, as I knock on wood. And that 4,000 that we got for that, or whatever, gave us basically about 2 whole months worth of budget budget deficit. Uh, Tensions with Britain are just plummeting. They don't want to rock the boat with us, and we're never going to be able to keep our budget up. As the let's extend it with Austria-Hungary. And Italy wants to buy armor development as well. We'll sell it to them. That'll give us another 5 months worth of budget. Get some heavy AA improvement. That's pretty cool. This is the era where we need it. Let's gain some prestige and raise the tension. We're going to develop a new dive bomber. We're going to go for uh, we're going to go for range and bomb load, just in case we can't reach anyone with our dive bombers. We want to get that little bit of extra range, because we did encounter that in the last war where we were trying to launch on something. I forget what. We couldn't reach. Yep, we're going to extend with Germany as well. And Italy wants to buy fire control, improved optics. Not a fan of selling that one, but we do need the money. So off you go. We're just going to be the technology merchants of the world right now. All right, cool. All right, that means we can unfreeze the last of these Tacoma class. Oh boy, that's not good. They cut our budget again, but we just finished 16 submarines. We don't. So this is my favorite. Like this is my favorite event where you get prestige and you lower tension. But we don't want to lower tension right now. We want to get the tension into the yellow. Oh, there's catapults on aircraft carriers. That's one of the things we were hoping for. We also got the deck edge lifts, I believe. We did. All right, so we can build for real Z carriers at some point. Not right now. Yeah, we'll build 16 more submarines. This is like our only way to get the government to actually support us is building submarines. So we're going to build 12 and 4. And we're getting them to subsidize our rearmament when it comes to submarines. And we're going to lose some of, or, I mean, there's nothing we can do. We're just going to lose some of our dock sides here. There's Nothing we can build right now that'll make anyone happy, including myself. This guy is average. He's a loose cannon. He's an aviator. Let's get rid of him. I don't want to spend a prestige to keep that guy. He'd be pretty nice to have in charge of a aircraft carrier, though. Actually, you know what? I'm going to keep him at the cost of a prestige, and I am going to put him in charge of an aircraft carrier. All right, how do I do that? I haven't really messed around that much with assigning individual captains, but we do have the Bunker Hill. Where's our? They don't really make it very easy to access this. Okay, here we go. So the Bunker Hill, he's above average, and he's a disciplinarian. We're gonna get rid of the guy on the curse sage. So we're gonna assign a commander. That's fine. So he's an average aviator. He was an average aviator, right? What the heck am I missing here? Did I get rid of the guy by accident? He was a loose cannon. Um, I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. I honestly don't. I think I just burned some prestige for no reason. I don't know what I'm doing here. And then our stupid game resets the bars. Thank you, but we can't afford the ships we're building now. Oh, cool. This is good. So we're going for budget. We're sending a battleship around the world. Oh no, we're sending. Yeah, we're going to South Africa. We're gonna intimidate some people with a battleship. We get budget. We get prestige. We get tension. There we go. We're in the yellow now. That's where you want to be. Here's the new dive bombers. So we get some speed, no matter which one we pick. We get range, no matter which one we pick, and we're getting some stats. Well, stats go up, they go down. The bomb load gets a little bit bigger at 600 pounds. This has the best range out of all of them, and it does have a little bit of firepower. We lose 1 point of maneuverability, but we gain a point of toughness. So we're going to take that one. We're going to take the Boeing. Don't mind if we do. We are losing that good reliability that's on the old one, however. So we're going to resume construction. Resume construction. And off we go. Yeah, we could use a new torpedo bomber as well. So we're gonna go for range, and again, we're actually gonna go for maneuverability, so we can potentially hit our targets if that's how that works. I don't know exactly how it works. All right, we're losing a lot of our precious tension. Would have been nice for the war to go like another 3 months or so. It would have got us a lot closer to having all this stuff finished without getting our budget slammed. Italy wants to buy AP projectiles. Sure. That's like 8 months worth of balance. Okay. And we can start activating this stuff. and we're just going to do all of it. Get these little class destroyers into the fight, into the fleet, into the fighting fleet. Brits want to buy anti-air? No. Get out of here, you. You crazy? I saw that some of our aircraft carrier being re-equipped with the new fighters. That's kind of cool. We need 7 more destroyers. Well, we're working on it. So, formation of Russian naval patrol craft have crossed the Atlantic. It's impressive. We could do the same. Let's strengthen our defenses and hope for some budget. 817 and hope for some tension too. Hey, we got tension. Wow, we got like we got like almost 50,000 worth of budget. We didn't get any tension though. That's unfortunate. Okay, we got a little bit extra money. Okay, so what we're gonna do is, boy, what are we gonna do? I think, now this is a little bit crazy. We're gonna start getting rid of these Perry class destroyers. They're a little bit small. They're a little bit small. Like if they get hit, they're gonna hurt. But for now, we need to rebuild some of our Kimberly class. Should be an easy machinery replacement. We can give them torpedo reloads while we're at it. It's going to cost us 1 knot worth of speed. But I think the increase in firepower is really helpful. And we can upgrade the guns while we're at it. There's only 2 of them. Well, we can also give them a fire control. Why not? And make the guns dual purpose. Is that allowed? We're slightly overweight. How can we? Okay, strip off a little bit of the ammo. That actually doesn't help all that much. We'll decrease 1 tube. There we go. So we lose 1 torpedo mount, like 1 launcher, like 1 tube. But we gain essentially that we had 9 shots previously. Now we have 16 because you get 1 reload. So we will take that, and we can even add in a. Can't do that. Can't do that. But we can add 1 more light AA gun. There you go. Yep. Rebuild 11 of those at a time for, well, 11 for right now at least. Yeah, I really want to build more little class. This is, I don't know how many this is. This looks like about 16 or something like that. We will be able to replace all of the parries essentially. Because these parries are, they're all right, but they really won't stand up to modern combat. They're almost 20 years old at this point. Yeah, they just don't hold up. Like we saw, if they just take even like 1 little hit, stuff on them just starts getting destroyed. Let's cause some tension with Britain. Get that tension back into the yellow. Oh, we radar. All right, this is what we're good at here. Okay. Is there anything? Nah, we're okay. Radar. That is very nice. Demand they release the ship and send a squadron to back it up. We're gonna have prestige and some tension. Cool. And now we're back in the danger zone with Britain again. But it will probably go down at least one more tick due to the recent war. Improved range for cruisers. That's pretty cool. Here's a privately built torpedo bomber. It has better speed, much better range, and way better stats. Yes, we will take the Brewster Baltimore. Oh, we have a commander who's brilliant. That's pretty cool. Yeah, we'll sell to Austria because honestly, they're even though this is armor development, armor development is good, and but they are also an ally. But more importantly, they're not really a threat to us. Like they're just kind of doing their own thing in the Mediterranean. So these are the new prototypes for the torpedo bombers. Are they any better than the one we just got? So the speed, no. It has superior range in the stats, so we're just going to cancel it. The Boeing Bolo. We will develop a new medium bomber. We're going to go for speed and bomb load. For range and bomb load. There we go. Reach out and touch someone. Yep, there we go. Lose a little bit of duck. We'll sell them some fleet tactics to Japan. That's fine. We need the money right now. Oh, nice. We're getting a lot of shipbuilding improvements here. Like just little 1% here, 1% there. Our Arizonas need a rebuild as well. We have a lot that needs rebuilt, but we also need like a lot more. We need a lot of littles. And we also need to rebuild the Kimberleys. So we'll do what's fast now. Just get it out of the way. We need 7 more destroyers. All right, we're going to take budget plus tension, please. We have improved dive bomber performance, and we get better invasion range. Here's a torpedo bomber as a private venture. This is the one that we already have built as a private venture, so the speed doesn't increase, the range doesn't increase, and the stats are all worse, so we're going to say no. Ooh, tension with Britain just shot up. Wonder what happened. Don't know. Don't care. All right, gonna keep on pumping out these Kimberly rebuilds. When the time comes, the Kimberleys are going to go to the upper fleets. Like the littles will take up like divisions 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, et cetera, and then like Kimberleys will be like 10 and above probably. The older stuff goes to the upper fleets, while the new stuff goes to the lower fleets, which escorts around all the ships. And the upper fleets I can move around as I need and keep them on station for anti-sub work and all that. Yeah, we will denounce Austria-Hungary for spying on us. Not that we really care, but we want some budget. So 930. Hey, oh wow. 69,000 budget. Yes, please. All right, we're getting back on track here. Are the Tacomas all finished? Almost. Once that last Tacoma's finished, I'm going to assign this stuff to fleets or divisions. All right, let's just do all these Kimberleys at once. Rebuild them. There we go. We still have a little bit of excess budget left over. So what can we do with it? Let's hang on to it for about 1 more month or so, because it's going to shoot up, and then we have to rebuild some of our light cruisers and whatnot. Oh no, Singapore. We actually need Singapore. We need that. I bet it's being supplied by Britain. Oh, there's tension with Britain going up. We might just end up We might hang on to we might hang on to those old what are these? Perry class for now. We might need them. The first of the littles are ready to go. The Olympias. Yeah, we have to rebuild those. They are quite old. So what can we do with you? There we go. Replace your machinery. Can we get you up to 30 knots? We can. We can throw on a new fire control and maybe improve the guns. No, but we can make your guns dual purpose. Hmm. What if we decrease the tubes slightly? What if we delete those tubes and throw on reloads? There we go. So we end up with the same amount of tubes, or the same amount of torpedo shots, essentially. That's all allowed. And then we can add on some a radar director. We can. We just have to go down a light AA gun to do it. Cool. So the overall rebuild here is these Olympias. They gain one more knot of speed. They trade out a launcher on each side to get reloads, which makes them a little bit more vulnerable, which is true. Their guns become advanced fire directors with dual purpose. And we add an AA director on here. So not too shabby. That should crush our budget here for a minute. Should put us about like 800 negative or something. No, not even close. Okay, I was wrong. Oh, I think so. Whenever you put something in rebuild, it does. You're not paying maintenance on it anymore. You're paying like mothballed maintenance, I think. All right, so these pueblos, I'm going to do all of these as well. So these are 1914 era ships. Replace the machinery. We can go up one more knot of speed. We can. Don't need a new director. The guns already have directors on the secondaries. So we can throw on two AA directors. We can't go up any more in speed. I'm not going to bulge the armor or anything of the sort, but we will just throw on some. There we go. So it gains a bunch of anti-air, essentially. The Pueblos. Alrighty. So we will save and finish that. There we go. All right. We're getting some progress done here. And then the Arizonas will have to be the next rebuilds, but I don't want to do that right now on the verge of a potential war with Britain. You shouldn't have pressed the button. I don't want to go into a fight right now. We will sell to Austria diving shells. Sure. Torpedoes do more damage. All right, cool. I was afraid there that we'd go to war like right at the end of the episode. So we'll see how that pans out. We very well could drop out of the danger zone with Britain due to the the recent war tension easing situations. But yeah, we that's it. That's the end of the first, well, the Second World War, the major one, the first major one we've been involved in. We managed to start rebuilds on our aging Kimberly destroyers. These are our primary destroyers right now. We're still building some littles. We'll have to build another wave of those when we can. Probably, we'll probably do that in like the next few months as these Kimberleys finish their rebuilds and the Pueblos and the Olympias finish their rebuilds. We'll be able to build another set essentially for every Just about for every two or about two and a half Kimberleys we're rebuilding, we'll be able to build a new little for about the same amount of money. And then once we're well into the project of getting these little destroyers, we'll have to rebuild the Arizonas because they are getting old. The engines are going to start clapping out on us, but they are like essentially in they're like in garrison positions right now, where it's like Southeast Asia and the Caribbean, so they're not like in very vital areas. And what I'll probably do is swap out the Pennsylvanias. If we go to war with Britain, the Pennsylvanias will go to Northern Europe because I want them to fight. And the West Virginians might come home, or they might just stay in Northern Europe. I mean, I could have eight battleships in Northern Europe. Who cares, right? And then, if we have to go to war with them, we'll just start invading. Well, they only have Jamaica left down here, so we'll take over Jamaica. We'll probably try to finish the job here on Newfoundland, and then depending on the situation, actually we could 40-10. We can start building a naval base in Senegal to increase our naval power in West Africa to make like an invasion like a viable thing. Meanwhile, we still got rebels over here in Singapore. Do we? Or did we get rid of them? I might have clicked. Oh, no, it's in rebellion. Okay. Hopefully, we'll hang on to that. We have a couple of gun batteries. In fact, is it too late to build two more? Yeah, we'll build a couple more gun batteries. And we have ships on stations, so maybe we'll be okay there. I really want to hang on to Singapore. That's kind of like our key. That is our key to Southeast Asia right now. Anywho, I have an appointment in the morning, so I should be getting to bed here. Got to go to the doctor, get some stitches taken out. I had some stitches put in. So I appreciate each and every one of you if you're still here hanging out with me, and I appreciate you even if you're not hanging out here still. You just won't know it. You won't know how much I appreciate you. So I'll see y'all next time, and sail safe out there.